kind of quiet because Oakland is still asleep and I'm trying to let her sleep for like another 45 minutes. So can you guys hear me okay if I talk this quiet? Okay. So, for those of you watching this on replay, we just did a little morning yoga session and then the same positive morning affirmations that I listen to every single day. I wanted to show you guys my kind of morning routine. We've been talking a lot about getting organized and creating a morning routine and controlling your time in the morning and all the things. But I haven't truly broken down and shown you what every single morning for me looks like. So we talk a lot about little promises, right? Like if you can't keep promises to yourself, how do you expect anyone else to trust the promises that you give to them? And when you don't keep promises to yourself, you're basically telling yourself that you can't keep any promises that you make. So whether that's a diet, whether that's doing your 6 list, whether that's having a good relationship with your family, all areas of your life will not mesh if you're not keeping those promises. So I'm not going to get too much into that. But I started, I think it was the beginning of last month, telling myself that I wanted to get back on track with my morning routine because I had one and I was controlling my first 30 minutes to an hour, but I wasn't going all in. And when we talk about promoting in this business and taking your life to the next level, it kind of starts here. And this was one really easy promise that I could keep to myself, was to wash my face morning and night and to get up before my kid got up. So I've been getting up since last month at 6 a.m. I kept that promise to myself for a full 30 days. So I pushed it back another half an hour. So as of this month, I'm waking up at 5:30 a.m. I did that today. It's been amazing. So I'm going to show you exactly what my morning routine looks like. And not only just because of promises, but the reason that I do this, and there's so much scientific proof behind all of this, and I can give you little videos to watch. I would totally butcher it if I tried to explain it all, but essentially you're really vulnerable in the morning and right before you go to bed at night. Your mind is very susceptible to negativity. You are easily influenced at these times, and it's literally because of the state that your mind is in, like these different wavelengths, right? So having said that, you have to be very careful morning and right before bed as to what you are ingesting. And I don't mean physically, I mean with your mind, in your ears, in your eyes, right? What media are you allowing to come into your space during those times? So I wake up at 5:30 a.m. The very first thing that I do is I wash my face and brush my teeth. First thing. If I don't, I know that I wait until noon, 1 o'clock, and then my face is just crap. So that's one thing that I really wanted to do. And then I usually go get coffee, smoke, do whatever I'm going to do. And then I will meditate and journal. And then I've been implementing literally as of 2 days ago, and I'm going to read you this little section of my book, a thinking space and a thinking time, because I have really bad anxiety. I don't know about you guys. I know I'm not the only one who struggles with this. It's bad. There are some days like yesterday where it is literally debilitating. Okay. And I have had to learn how to utilize that energy as a positive thing in both my life and my business instead of looking at it as a negative thing. The reason that a lot of us have anxiety is because our minds are extremely overactive. We are overstimulated. Our minds just don't stop. But if you channel that energy into something else, you can use it to your advantage. So, and I'm gonna read you this little thing. So I got this book. First of all, this is $5 off Amazon. So if you want to start taking how you think seriously, this is a really good place to start. It's a super cute, small, tiny book, really short, but there's a lot of information. John C. Maxwell is legitimately one of my favorite people on the planet. He is so intelligent and has so many good tips. So he, and I'm not going to read this whole thing, but hang on, let me pull it up. I'm going to read like bits and pieces. So he says, why you should change your thinking. It's hard to overstate the value of changing your thinking. Good thinking can do many things for you: generate revenue, solve problems, and create opportunities. It can take you to a whole new level, personally and professionally. It can really change your life. Number one, changed thinking is not automatic, meaning this doesn't happen on its own. This is going to be a skill that you learn. Two, changed thinking is difficult. Thinking is hard work. That's why so few do it, because thinking is so difficult. You want to use anything you can to help improve the process. Change thinking is worth the investment. And then it says how to become a better thinker. And it goes through all these things and like why this is important. But this is what I really wanted to talk about: putting yourself in the right place to think. Being a good thinker isn't overly complicated, it's a discipline. If you do the 6 things I have outlined, you will set yourself up for a lifestyle of better thinking. But what do you do to come up with specific ideas on a day-to-day basis? Number 1, find a place to think your thoughts. I chose this room, my playroom. This is going to be my new thinking space. This is going to be where I do my yoga. This is going to be where I do my meditations. This is going to be where I do my wake up with you guys now. And this is going to be where I channel my thoughts. So I literally scheduled in right after my coffee and my journaling, I do a short meditation, and that can be anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes. And I know that meditation is not everybody's cup of tea. So if a devotional is your thing, go ahead and do that instead. But right after, I want you to dedicate 5 to 10 minutes of literally sitting there, phone away. You still have not touched your phone at this point, and you are just thinking. And you're going to write down whatever comes to mind. So whether that's the things that you're anxious about, the things that you're scared about, the things that you're excited about, and then any new ideas. And at the end of my meditation this morning, it was interesting because she said, what is your next step? And it was such an open-ended thing. Like, it was literally not even like, what's your next step in business? What's your next step in life? Like, she literally just said, set your intentions for the day. What is your next step? And I just started writing. And I just wrote this whole page about what my next steps are to let go of the anxiety that I had journaled about previously, to move forward and be better than I was yesterday, the next steps in my business to get me closer to where I want to be, the next steps in life, right? Okay, so I've found a place. I created a journal for it. And then I loved this. I really wanted to read this too. He said, I've found a kind of formula that helps you stretch your thoughts. It says, the right thought plus the right people in the right environment at the right time for the right reason equals the right result. This combination is hard to beat. Like, every person, every thought has a potential to be something great. When you find a place to stretch your thoughts, you find that potential. I want to read this very last thing that he said. I don't know where it's at. Basically, he says, now once you have these thoughts, you need to take action on them. So a thought is just a thought. A goal is just a goal. You're never gonna feel like doing it, so you just have to pucker your butthole and do it. That's gonna be my like shortened version of basically what he says. Anyway, so that is something new that I'm implementing. And that was really fun for me because I have normally like journaled about the way that I was feeling and everything. And sometimes I would force myself to like see the positive, but then a lot of the times I felt like not that I was lying to myself, but that I was trying to turn a situation that truly is bad into something that's good. And yes, you can find the light in everything, but changing it from actually focusing on the bad, which I felt like I was doing, to thinking about it in a more positive light and like what actions I'm going to take next. Okay, anyways. So from 5:30 to 7, I've brushed my teeth, I've washed my face, I've gotten my coffee, I've meditated, journaled, and thought. I'm going to show you what my journaling looks like. So I left my Rachel Hollis Start Today journal in my bedroom, and Connor's asleep, so I'm not going to go back in there. Sometimes if I like forget it in my bedroom or I forget it somewhere, I just do it on regular pen and paper. So what I write down is 10 things that I'm grateful for and 10 dreams that I have have, and you write them as if they have already happened. So if, for example, you want to be a millionaire, you wouldn't say, I will be a millionaire one day. You're going to write down, I am a millionaire. You want a private jet, you're going to say, I own a private jet, not one day I'm going to own a private jet, right? Okay, so 10 things I'm grateful for, 10 dreams that I have, and then I write down affirmations. So for example, I am in alignment with my highest self. I enjoy every moment of my life. I attract hardworking people. Dream customers come to me. Like, those are the kind of things that I list. So I spend about 5 to 10 minutes doing that after I've done my little thinking piece. Then what I do, I have a lot of journals, you guys, is I take this. So this off Amazon is about $10, $12. The Rachel Hollis book, literally you don't even need it as long as you have a notebook. If you want to buy it, you can buy them off of her site for like 25 bucks. Sometimes they're on sale too, so keep an eye out for that. But this is called Make Today Amazing. And it has like, you can see what day it is. And then it says, today I'm grateful for. And at the top of every day, I write, today I'm grateful for my triple diamond promotion. Obviously, I haven't hit triple yet, but I'm grateful for it because I know it's inevitable. I know that it's already happened. I know that it's already done. It's just a matter of time. And I'm already grateful for it because when it comes, it's literally going to change my life. So I want you to write down whatever rank you're going for, whether that's ruby, executive, diamond, emerald, double, I don't care what it is. You are grateful for that promotion. And then it says, must get done today. And it has like 1, 2, 3, to-do list, my appointments for the day, notes, what I want to do for like my workout, has water intake, meal prep, today's achievements. It's just a really fun way to set up my day. I don't do a lot of meal prep, so sometimes I just like scratch this out and I just create my schedule for the day here. Okay, then the next thing that I do, thank you, Nat, for turning me onto this. I'm absolutely obsessed with this journal. Again, this was about $12 off Amazon, $10 maybe, really cheap. And it's a self-care journal. And essentially what this is a reflection journal. And when you wake up in the morning, it has like date, whatever. I know you guys can't really see this, but it has an intention for the day. So you write down your intention. Today I wrote down to feel more aligned than I did yesterday. Yesterday was a really, really hard day for me. My anxiety was just all over the place. I felt like it was almost like an out of body experience. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was a really weird day. So my intention for today is to feel more aligned. I can tell you that when I woke up this morning, I still felt the exact same way that I did yesterday. I felt like shit, if I'm being completely honest. And then now, like after doing my whole morning routine, I feel amazing. I feel like a whole new person. Part of it is because of this. So intention for the day to feel more aligned. And then it has you record your sleep, which I love because when I always keep my journals. I don't know about you guys. Like, I literally never throw my journals away. So in a month, when I've done most of this or whenever it is, when I complete this, to be able to go back and look at, okay, this is how much I was sleeping. This is how I was feeling that day. This is how much water I drank. Like whatever it is. And you can really start to analyze, okay, this is where I need to make improvements so that I can actually start to feel better. Because when you feel yucky, the people, the relationships around you, your business, like everything is intertwined. Everything is connected. So if you don't feel aligned and you don't feel right in your body and in your mind, then nothing else is going to work that day. And I'm not saying to give up. We can never work or go through the day without based off of our emotions, right? Like time goes on. The day moves forward, whether you feel like moving forward or not. So we kind of have to do the best with what we have. But I love this. Okay, so it says, slept from time to time, total hours. Did you have good dreams, bad dreams, no dreams? And then it has like a note section. And then you log like what you ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, how many cups of water you drank, what exercise you did, how long it was, how you felt. And then it has other activities at the bottom that you can check. For example, journaling, social time, meditation, gratitude, time outside, creative work, spiritual practice, alone time, being silly. Like literally it lists a million things. Then on the reflect side, this is kind of for like PM work. So you kind of do this in the morning and then you just keep filling it out throughout the day. So the reflect side says physically I feel, and then it has energized, well rested, strong, sluggish, tired, weak, stressed. Like it lists a bunch of stuff and you just kind of like log for how you're feeling that day. And then it says things that were fun or relaxing, other thoughts, things that were hard or stressful today, kind things I did for myself. And then it has like mood and a note section for how you felt when you woke up and how you felt as you're going to sleep. I love the part where it talks about the things that were stressful or hard, and then the kind things that I did for myself today. I noticed yesterday I hadn't done anything for myself all day. And I've just been worried about everybody else, worried about my team, worried about my business, worried about my kid, my husband, the dog, like literally anything except for me. So it reminded me to do some things for self-care. So I repainted my nails and I took a bath and ate like literally 8 Rice Krispie treats. Let's not talk about how many I ate. And it really like it felt good. It changed my space. Sorry guys, I haven't even read the chats. Kayla says it also helps you see if there's a correlation between something you're doing, good and bad feelings and whatnot. Helps with your migraines ton. Yes, I love that. I'm obsessed with this. And I never really took note of like how I was feeling when I woke up versus how I was feeling when I went to bed. And I really like that because today I wrote down as I woke up, I was excited for the day because I woke up on time and I knew that if I stuck to my routine, I would feel a lot better. But I also wrote, but also anxious. And I'm excited because I know when I write down what I'm going to feel like when I go to sleep at night tonight, it's going to be a lot better. Okay, so that's another journal that I do. And then I have like a bunch of things, you guys. I literally just like do all the things. But I really want you, and my kind of tip for the day is for you to get really, really serious about your morning routine, getting really serious about taking your time, or recognizing the value of your time. And I've had to start going to bed earlier. You guys, I'm in bed by 9:10. You'll notice that I don't reply after that time, and it is because I'm asleep. And yes, part of it is because I'm pregnant and exhausted and whatever. But the other half of it is I know if I don't go to bed at least before 11, I am not going to wake up at 5:30. There's no way. I know me all too well. So I have to force myself. Guess what that means? Turning the TV off. Like I literally was watching a movie 2 nights ago and the dad was talking to his daughter and he was like, I'm just having a really hard time sleeping. She's like, Daddy, come lay down with me. He's like, I can't. I'm not going to fall asleep. She goes, you have to lay down to fall asleep. And it reminded me that in order to fall asleep, I need to lay down, turn everything off, and close my eyes. And I guarantee you, if you lay there for an hour, you're gonna fall asleep. So force yourself to do that. Okay, so 5:30 to 7, that's kind of what my morning routine looks like. And then from 7 to 8, we do these. So I jump on with you. I do my yoga, which always feels so good. Again, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I enjoy it. And so I want to share that with you guys. And then we're going to do 100 days to brave in a second. And then I obviously give you guys my little tip or whatever. And then I kind of just go through my day. And I have like time blocks scheduled out for what I'm going to do and everything. I know I've gone over this stuff with you guys before and it's kind of repetitive. But I honestly can see the difference in both my life and my business when I stick to this and when I don't. And another book that I'm reading right now is High Performance Habits. And successful people do successful things. When you take your habits seriously and you really start to implement good habits instead of the bad habits that you have, you will see a difference. And your business will thank you for it. So, that is my tip for the day. Oh, the other thing that I was going to have you do as like a little homework assignment is I want you guys to post on your Facebook wall this morning about the giveaway. So say something like, who loves going floating this summer? My team is giving away an entire floating essentials pack, and then like list what it is, and then just say like drop a, and then put something like an ocean emoji or whatever it is, like some sort of emoji, to figure out how to be entered or whatever. I really want us blasting this giveaway like crazy. I want us to get to at least 1,000 HAP entries this month. I know things have been weird, and it's been a little more challenging to get HAPs up with everything going on. I'm the first to admit that, but that shows me that I need to double down on my messaging because there are people who are willing to put it up. It's just a matter of finding them. So using this time as an excuse is not an excuse. We are still working our businesses, and you can still be supportive and sensitive to the things going on right now. I think that that's really important to share. Okay, let's do 100 Days to Brave, and then we're going to listen to a little video and get some work done together. Okay, it says, blaze a trail. Your world is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalms 119, 105. A few years ago, I sat across the table in the coffee shop here in Nashville as a young girl told me of her aches and pains and the faith issues that in her mind were directly related to her singleness. I hear you, sister. She didn't cry, but I held a napkin in my grip because I thought for sure she would at any moment. She told me her stories, many that I felt she was pulling from my own journal as a 20-something Christian gal, and I told her what I never knew to tell myself. I know it hurts, but God has not forgotten you. He is showing you his love for you even now. Believe him, believe his word, believe his heart. I had just started writing publicly about my single life, and this girl had noticed, and she asked me, why now? What is it about this year that made you finally want to talk about it? God, I said. He just made it clear that this was the right time. Without hesitation, she said, I'm so glad. We all need trailblazers. Now that I've seen that you've done this, I genuinely think I can too. How weird is it that in our affirmation it was talking about yes, Nat, I love that. What are you wanting us to post for HAP? Oh, you'll just like post about the giveaway, meaning like you can go live or just post something saying like who wants to be entered or whatever, and then you can message them about it. But how weird is it that on our affirmations, I can't remember exactly what she said, but something like when we take big steps or when we, I can't even remember, I'm going to butcher it, but she basically says like when we're brave, we're encouraging others to do the same. And I feel like that's what this is talking about. I almost laughed. Trailblazer, sister, if this is trailblazing, I am the most cut up, ill-equipped, whiny leader as a team that has ever encountered. Thy world is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I sing in my head as the tears pour, and I push forward on this trail. To be honest, I never meant for this to be my path, but can my pain make it easier for someone else? You, my friend, married or single, female or male, you are blazing a trail with your life for the younger women and men around you. They will have their own overgrowth to challenge them, and they will lead the way for others. Because you are making a way for them, saving them some pain that your bloodied arms prove is real, and honoring their footsteps by providing a clear path. You get the chance to live courageously. You were meant for it. You were born for it. It never feels easy and it is never free, but it is what we want more than anything else. Never forget as you step forward with your life that you are a trailblazer. And then it says, be brave. Where are you trailblazing? I personally feel like I'm trailblazing in my business. Like, if I did not have this, I don't know where this energy would go to. And I feel like, honestly, this is the vehicle that is going to allow me to build a legacy for my family. And that's something that I actually journaled about this morning. It was like asking me about one of my goals. And one of my goals in this life is to make massive change, to make a massive impact with other people. And I truly, truly, truly believe in all of my hearts and hearts that this is it. And this is the way that I'm going to get my name out there. This is the way that I'm going to be able to positively impact the most lives. And part of that is just because obviously the products work, we can change lives there. Obviously the business works, we can change lives there. Haps, we can change people's lives, whatever. But ultimately for me, it's to be able to have a platform to speak my voice, to have a platform where people know that they can come to me because I am vulnerable and I share the things that are affecting me. So anyways, I don't want to get too much into that, but leaving a legacy. So I'm going to stop the recording